Welcome to another class of Microsoft PowerPoint. In our previous class, we have covered everything about, let's say, the insert menu, where we have covered about illustration, links, and also comments. In this new class, I'm going to cover everything starting from text, symbol, and then media. So, in this class, I'm also going to show you everything step by step on how you'll be able to customize your elements and also how you can organize it so that it meets up your criteria. So, without any further ado, let's move on to our class by opening up Microsoft PowerPoint on our device. From my screen, you can see that I have opened up Microsoft PowerPoint. Now, what I'm going to start off with is another slide because we do not need a lot of elements inside our slide right now. So as we open up a new slide, first off, let's move on to our text section. In our text section, we will start off with the text box. So it is another method of applying text box into your workspace. So I don't have to show you anything else because I have shown you everything that you need to know about a text box and how you can apply it, how you can customize it, and open up the shape format to customize it. So the next option which remains is the header and the footer. Well, if you have worked with Microsoft Word document, you can see you'll be able to apply a header and a footer on your whole document. Now, easier method of applying header and footer on PowerPoint presentation is just by going off the header and footer inside of this text section inside of Insert ribbon. So click on header and footer and another dialog box will open up. So let me show you how you'll be able to basically apply it. First off, on the slides, what do you basically want? So the header is going to show you off the date and time, or the footer, whatever you prefer. There we go. We have the date and time. You can update automatically if you want to. You can also turn that off and apply your own text. You can select the language, whichever one you prefer. So I'm going to keep it on United States. You can fix in the calendar type if you have different methods or different type of languages, which you can obviously download in certain times from online. We can also have a fixed date or a fixed time, and we can also apply slide number. Over here, it's going to give you a preview where the slide number is going to be, and you can also apply a footer, which is basically the middle one. And here I'm going to put in practice session 7. And you can also click on don't show on slide if you want to, but I'm going to keep it and I'm going to apply to all. There we go. We have practice session 7, the time or date, and the number of slide. There we go. If we go after the fourth one, we still have practice session 7. All of them are basically the same. Okay. So this is how it will basically work. Obviously, you'll be able to change it anytime you want to. Maybe if I don't want a footer, apply to all, it will basically be removed. Okay. So now you know about header and footer. Now the next thing that you need to know about is the notes and handouts. If you want to apply notes and handouts, fix in the date and time, which is basically at the top. And then we have is the page number, the header, whichever one you want. And maybe in my header, I'm going to put in double G, apply to all. And if I just keep on waiting for a bit, it will just apply it up onto each and every one of these panels or slides. But you might not see it because it is still not working properly or it is still not into presentation mode. If you just go off the presentation mode, you will basically find it out. So moving on to my next options, which is basically WordArt. WordArt is also a type of preset for your text. Now it could be big, it could be also small. So if I click on WordArt, there are a couple of these presets of text, such as maybe I want to use this. If I click on it, it will be applied or a text box will be applied where you can type in your text with the same feature or the same preset. So if I want to say Henry went to college, you can see we have the text. You can also change it up anytime you want. Maybe I want to use this or maybe this. Let's say I want to use this. There you go. You can see how good it actually looks like. And obviously this is also a shape, so you'll be able to customize your shape whenever you want to. Let's go off to insert again. And we also have the same features over here. You can apply more word arts if you want to. Maybe I'm going to type here Sarah Connor. If I just take this text at the top, there you go. This is how it looks like. And obviously I'll be able to change the text however I want. So this is how WordArt should actually function and work. Now the next option which we have over here is the date and time. If you click on date and time, the same header and footer dialog box will appear up, and then you'll be able to customize it back again. You can also click on don't show on title slide, apply it, and it will not show up on title slides. There we go. Now, if I go up to the next one we have is the slide number. A different type which you'll be able to work with, such as slide numbers on this, and you will be able to apply it, and you can also apply that slide number to all of those pages. You can see this is 5, this is going to be 4, this is 3, 2, and 1. So it's basically going to increment every time you apply another slide. You can see 6, there we go, we have 7, so you can apply the slide number if you want to. The next option is we have object. If you want to work with any other platforms or any other format of work, you can turn it on. So if I click on create new and maybe I want Excel chart, it's going to create an Excel chart for me and I'll be able to work with it. If I press on escape, it will just go back into our PowerPoint. We can also remove it. We can go off to object and there are obviously more types of formats which we can open up in PowerPoint. So we're going to wait until this object appears up and to work along. Now here, what I want to do is I'm going to open up, let's say, Word document or maybe even a package. So you can see you can run a package if you want to. Maybe if I want to open up a paintbrush, there you go. We can open that paint option over here. We can turn this off. And we can also open up, let's say, document. So if I just go down, and there we go, we have a couple of Word documents. So we can also open up Word documents where we will be able to work with. Okay, so this is basically how it's going to work with objects. So we are done with our text section of our insert ribbon. The next option which remains is the symbols and the media. Inside of the symbols, you'll find out equation and also symbols at the same time. So if I just turn this off, I'm going to cut this out because we do not need it. Click on over here. And first off, we're going to start off with equation. Obviously, when you want to work with mathematical functions and equations, you will not be able to type it in. So there are a couple of these equations which you'll be able to use, such as this one. There we go. You'll be able to work with each and every one of these data over here. Now, another thing you have to keep in mind is that you will not find out all the equations that you want to use. So for that case, you have to basically download up those equations online and then just apply it onto Microsoft PowerPoint. And you can also copy it up and paste it over here with the same format, and then it will be usable. So we're going to go off to the equation format later on. So let's move on with our next one, where we have is symbols. So symbols is not going to be available or cannot be usable until you actually select a text box. So there's no, you don't have to get tensed or anything. Why is it not working? There we go. You can see it is not working, but whenever you click on any text box or any open space where you can type in, the symbols option will be available for you to use. Click on symbols and you'll be able to use all of these GIFs. You can use them whichever one you want. Maybe I want to use this or maybe this. If I press on insert, it will be applied. Cut this off. There we go. We have both of them applied. So this is basically how symbols work. You can also insert with the character code, even from Unicode or hex code, decimals, or ASCII, okay, whichever one you prefer. Now, another thing about equations is that you can get or insert new equations on your own. You can type your equations and work along with it. But it's going to take a bit more time, so I would suggest you just download it and use it, okay? And there are also other options such as ink equations, so you can type your equations, maybe something like H2O plus 2 square. You can see this is how it looks like. You can erase, select, and like correct. If I hit on insert, this is how it should look like. So the newest version or the newer versions of Microsoft PowerPoint or Microsoft Office Suites is going to give you out a very functional and very convenient tools, which you'll be able to use to make your work a lot more easier. Okay, so this is all you need to know about symbols and equation. Now, the next thing what we're going to be working with is going to be the video, audio, and the screen recording. So Microsoft PowerPoint also comes out with this capability of applying videos, audios, and even screen recording. So let's start off with our video. If you want to apply any video into your workspace, click on this video option, and you have stock videos, online videos, and this device. So if you want to apply any stock videos, just click on stock videos and it's going to open up an interface from where you'll be able to take any images from the stock. But I would suggest you not to use that because you might face a couple of copyright strikes because those are basically of Microsoft. And you can also use, let's say, online videos, which is basically going to use Bing as the search engine because Microsoft uses Bing. So you're going to use that and you'll be able to download it and insert it onto your workspace. Now, I'm going to use pixels.com or any other royalty-free sites to get my video. So open up any browser which you have on your device and then go off to pixels.com. So you can see that I have opened up Pixels. Now you can go off directly into videos and you will find out a lot of these videos. So maybe I want to use or download this one. So we're going to wait until the download has been queued and started. And after our video will be downloaded, what we're going to do is we're going to import it directly inside of Microsoft PowerPoint. Another thing that you have to keep in mind is that you need a stable internet connection. Okay. And obviously I'm going to apply all of these videos inside my resource folder. So you'll be able to work with it. Okay. So I'm just going to wait for a bit until this has been downloaded. And then we're going to open it up over here. If you have to open it up, just go off the videos and click on this device first. So let's just wait. So this is downloaded. And I'm going to go off to PowerPoint, click on video, this device, go off to downloads. There we go. We have our file video on the selected file, verify the necessary 64-bit codec. So I'm going to click on OK, and I'm going to download another file. So basically, another file, and I'm going to go off to insert again, video, this device. There we go. We have another video. Press on that, and there we go. We have our video applied. So I'm going to take this text over here. I'm going to keep this over here. Okay. We can also play this video anytime you want, and we can also have the audio anytime I want. If I play this, so this is how it should sound. And fixing the sound of the video anytime you want inside of your workspace. You can also move in step by step. Okay. So this is how it should work. So we are basically done with our videos over here. So try using these. It's going to be very convenient for you. And obviously use the site and download your own video or use your own videos if you don't want to face any problems. And even if we open up our presentation mode, 3, you can see this is how it looks like. There we go. We have 4 and then we have 5. And obviously here it's going to start playing the video. Okay, so that's all you need to know about the videos and how you'll be able to make it function inside of your presentation mode too. Then we have this audio section. You can record your audio. You can see like this type of dialog box will open up. You'll be able to record your audio. Let's say if I just press on this, hello, 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 hello. If I stop it off and if I play this, this is how it should sound like. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, so there we go. We have recorded audio, but I'm not going to be using that, so I'm going to cut this off. There we go. It has been cut off. You will also be able to use audio from your PC. So for that, I'm going to go off to my website again. And there is this another site, which is basically called Pixabay, which is basically useful for getting, you know, royalty-free music or royalty-free sounds. You can also search in for royalty-free music. Hit on enter and then wait for a bit until it shows up on your screen or shows up a couple of sites. Just make sure you are connected to the internet. So just as the site opens up, there we go. We have Pixabay, which I suggested. And I also kind of get my sounds from this site. All of them are royalty free, so you don't have to worry about anything. Let's say maybe I want to use this one, so I'm going to click on download. And another advantage of using this site is that you will be able to get a preview of the sound. See? All of these you'll be able to actually hear it out on the site, and then you can download whichever one you prefer. So we have basically downloaded the file. So I'm going to do is, let's say I'm going to click on this audio on my PC, download. There we go. We have the sound over here. Click on that, press on insert, and we have the audio. Now, if I want to play it, just click on this. So this is how it will work. You will be able to change the volume. You can also go on step by step. You can also customize it anytime you want to. Another thing, what we're going to do is going to be keeping this over here. So we have our audio. Now, the next thing, what we want to show is about screen recording. If you want to record your screen, click on that. There we go. It's going to open up something like this. And from here, you are going to just basically select up a part of your screen. And then you can start recording in that part. And what you can also do is select another area. You can fix in the pointer, record the pointer, or you can also turn it off. You can also stop, let's say, the record, and you can also select area and audio at the same time. So just in case, as an example, I'm going to start recording, record. There we go. Only this part is going to be recorded now. Whatever I do inside of here will be recorded. And if I just click on this stop, it's going to stop it off, and you'll be able to. There we go. Only this part is going to be recorded now. Whatever I do inside of here will be recorded. And if I just click on this, so this is how it should work. So now we know about how we can record audio, and even use videos at the same time. Now, the next things what we need to know is about adjustment of these audios and videos. So let's start off with our video, where we have our video format and playback. In the video format, you can find out correction of your brightness and contrasts. Use whichever one you want. Inside of color, we will find out a couple of color palettes which we'll be able to apply. Then we also have poster frames which we'll be able to apply, such as current frames or image from file. Maybe I want to use something from a file. I want to use this. There we go. This is how the going to be just the poster. So whenever you start playing, it's going to start playing the video. Then we have is reset design. You can reset the design. Even also you can reset the design and size at the same time. But obviously I don't want that, so I'm going to keep it just the way it is as the size. We can use different backgrounds or these, kind of like different strokes outside or kind of like frames, which you'll be able to apply. So you can try them out if you want to. Then we also have video shape. You can turn this video into any shape. You can change the video border, and you can also apply video like effects. And the rest of the stuffs are basically the same. So we're going to go off to playback. You can apply bookmarks to any part of your video. You can apply another remove bookmark, and you can add a bookmark. Play, add another bookmark over here. You can add more bookmarks. You can remove bookmarks too. If I select this, remove, there we go. You can trim your video like this from the end or the beginning. And you can also use the time codes like a starting time or an ending time to fix it up. And after you're done, just press on OK, and then you're good to go. The next option is basically fade in and out. So maybe I want a bit of fade in and I want a bit of fade out. Play it, time. So it's taking a bit of time to actually apply it now. This is how it should look like. So this is how your video will look like after you apply in your fade in and out. You can fix in the volume, low, medium, high, or mute. You can start off the presentation with maybe a click or maybe like, automatically. So it's going to play or it's going to show you how you want your video to start playing inside of presentation mode. You can play full screen, hide while not playing, or loop while stopped, rewind after playing, insert the captions, or you can save media as different formats too. So this is all you need to know about video format and video playback. Now let's go off to audio. We have audio format. Well, there are a couple of things which you can see, which is basically, or which doesn't basically make any sense, such as no corrections. You can have like softened or sharpened up sounds. You have like brightness over here. We have color. Well, this doesn't also make any sense, but you are going to use them or you will be able to use them. You can compress the picture, change the picture, reset any picture. You can like change the way it actually looks like. So the main thing is basically on the playback of the audio. You can trim the audio, you can fix in the volume, in sequence, no style, or you can play in the background if you want to. So this is all you need to know about these text medias and also like symbols. Okay. So hope you understood about everything in this class on how you'll be able to use this text, symbols, and medias, and how you'll be able to customize it and organize it inside of your workspace to make it more convenient. So I would just suggest you that just after, watching this whole video, try, fiddling through these interfaces on your own and check out which one you find comfortable or what you need to be like more compatible with or more familiar with. And if you have any question or any confusion, feel free to ask me anytime. I'm always there to help you out. So without any further ado, let's move on to our next class of PowerPoint presentation.